Hello and welcome to the Scottish Football VAR Review, where once again we'll take a look at some of the biggest VAR incidents across the game, listen in to the VAR audio and find out more about the process involved, in the company, as always, of the Scottish FA's Head of Refereeing, Willie Collum. Willie, a pleasure to see you as always. Let's dive straight in with the League Cup semi-finals and a yellow card shown to Celtic's Austin Trusty.
Okay, no problem.
Now middle, front.
Rangers head, angle cleared.
Good, clean.
Celtic head
Wait, and
back
Kenny!
in.
Nah, it's time,
Okay,
that
good,
is
good.
everything's clear.
Yellow card given on field. Yellow card given.
Yeah.
Jack Butler
Wait,
showed his face.
Away!
Yellow
I'm
card.
going to card somebody!
For number
Me and you.
6, correct?
Number 6,
Okay,
Celtic.
yeah,
yellow.
okay, play it through,
Right.
please.
It's a yellow card for me. Stevie, on-field decision is yellow card for a
Yeah,
reckless action by
No
Trusty.
treatment required.
If he comes, I'm going to yellow card him. Away! James, no, I'm going to explain it very clearly to
Reckless
you.
confirmed
Aye,
against
already confirmed.
White 6.
For me, it's about the level of force, it's about use of studs.
It's with the
That's a
side
yellow
of the
card and
foot.
it's not a
It's the side of the foot, Nick.
No,
Tell him no ongoing checks.
thank you.
No ongoing checks.
Okay, Willie, a yellow card shown to Austin Trusty. I think the obvious question, should it have been red?
We can support the yellow card here in terms of the criteria and the laws of the game. Also want to say as well though, Gordon, that it's important to say there's a subjective element to this decision and we fully respect people's opinion if they think that's a red card. But here the on-field communication is very clear from a referee. You hear him immediately saying reckless, yellow, and then he's in a long conversation with the captain of Rangers, but at that point he's also communicating with the VAR and he talks about the level of force, which is one of the criteria that we need to use. He also talks about the studs, and for him there's no use of the studs here. So the referee comes to a conclusion that this is a reckless action rather than anything more serious. The VAR look at the images and they don't see anything either that tells them anything other than that.
What is it we're looking for here though? Is this violent conduct? Is it serious foul play? What's the criteria? Let's take a look at violent conduct first. Is that what the officials are basing this decision on?
Yeah, it has to be for us because we don't think this is a challenge for the ball. The goalkeeper is in possession of the ball when the contact is made, so we don't regard this as a challenge for the ball. So this falls under violent conduct. But what the referee and the VAR team then have to consider, excessive force, brutality. Whilst I know it talks about the hand or arm being used, another key word though is the contact more than negligible? And the referee comes to the conclusion, because he's considering violent conduct here, that there's not enough force, it's not brutality for him, and the contact is negligible. So that's why a yellow card is reached for reckless.
So you can see him side of the foot, no studs. Those are the things that might have tipped it,
Absolutely,
the
that's
other way.
criteria. And you can clearly hear the referee saying that.
However, it does say that the whole point of this second paragraph is a distinction between when it's on the body and when it's on the head. So the key bit here is negligible. Surely people would say that any contact to the head, how difficult is that to judge whether that's negligible or not? How do you draw that line?
It's a really important question you ask, Gordon, because people are saying, is it okay to commit an action like this? Absolutely not. But the debate then starts about whether it's just a free kick, whether it's a free kick in a yellow, free kick in a red. So it's important that nobody is condoning that type of action, but referees have to judge these decisions within the criteria and within the laws of the game. An important point I want to make, and I've said it before in the VAR show, if you go back 15 years or so in refereeing, the laws of the game clearly stated kicks or attempts to kick an opponent is a red card. 15 years ago, this is a straightforward decision. This is clearly red. But the referee here is not faced with that kind of criteria. He must use the criteria to make the appropriate judgment.
What about serious foul play though? Because that brings in some different words, a different set of criteria, and I think the Celtic player would say he is challenging for the ball. So why does it not fall under serious foul play?
Serious foul play is simply if you're challenging for the ball. We don't consider this a challenge for the ball. Absolutely not. So therefore, it goes into the realms of violent conduct. I understand that some people are saying that serious foul play simply because the ball is in play, but we don't see that action here. We see an action of a goalkeeper in possession of the ball, then the contact's made.
But like I said, the Celtic player, I'm pretty sure, in fact he gave an interview, he would maintain that he thinks he can see the ball, or he's challenging for the ball, or words to that effect. So is there not an argument to say that it endangers the safety?
So again, the referee judges it at the time on the pitch by what he's seeing. The VAR also look at that and appropriately analyse the incident, and they would be clear that when the contact is made, the goalkeeper is in possession of the ball.
Are you satisfied that all the appropriate angles were used as well? Was that thorough enough for you? It seemed quite quick. Is that decisive, or is there a line between that and being too quick?
Absolutely for us, because what the referee describes here in the incident, the VAR immediately go, look at a close-up image, see it's the side of the foot here, they're then considering the force. We also don't require VARs to look at an incident 10, 12, 14 times. They look at it several times, they come to the same conclusion as a match official in the field to support that yellow card, and therefore the check is over.
OK, let's take a look at another incident from the same game. There was a straight red card shown to Tello Asgard of Rangers.
Good.
Come in. Oh, that's a red!
Okay, red card given on field.
Okay.
Red card given on
Watch,
field.
watch,
Player
fine!
pushing.
Hibernian, 24 Celtic!
I don't see. Yep,
Okay.
I've got live.
Checking on field decision of red card.
Okay,
That's a quick
on-field
contact.
decision, red
Give it
card,
full speed as well.
endangering safety, studs to chest. Only you, James. The rest away.
You see, okay, yep. And then slow it down for me,
1,
please.
2, 3,
Yes,
card!
can I see it at
Get
half
him and
speed,
go away.
please? Good.
Away.
Okay. Andy,
He's the
can you
captain.
just confirm
Away.
this for me?
Start moving.
Tell me what you see, please.
Got another
Play it
angle
at full
as well that
speed,
shows the
please.
contact.
Play it at full
Yep.
speed and a wee bit longer.
For me, I've
Stop it.
I've
Point of
explained it
contact,
once.
please.
Endangered
Yep.
safety, VAR will check. If it's
Contact
wrong,
here
we'll
as well.
correct it. If it's right, then it's confirmed. Keep them away. Only me and
Yeah.
you.
Yep, there's
Card.
nothing
Yep.
there to suggest it's not
No,
serious foul play.
correct, yep.
Foot's high, catches him up.
Your
in the back of
captain.
the thigh and in the middle.
First check. First
We're
check.
going to play on to see.
Nick, check complete.
See the
Confirm
Check
serious
complete,
foul play.
So clear decision on field, quite a thorough and clear communication as well throughout the VAR check. You satisfied with that?
In our opinion, this is serious foul play. Not for 1 second are we saying that the Rangers player deliberately commits this action, but he's challenging for the ball. As he challenges for the ball, you can see the studs catch the Celtic player high up, and a red card is correct here. It's a good check by the VAR. They go through the correct process, good communication on field, and we believe this is a correct decision.
You can hear the referee though saying studs to chest. Is that a sort of speed of play, heat of the moment thing? Is that why it's important to check with VAR as well ultimately?
And you can hear the VAR check and they say it's more in the thigh, the contact. But remember, Gordon, at high speed, how fast these incidents occur in the pitch, the referee sees a very high foot and, is maybe misjudging it very, very slightly. But what the referee is sure here about is the criteria and that the foot is too high. It's a use of the studs and it endangers the safety of an
The
opponent.
level of force is an important factor, I would imagine. OK, well, let's move to another one in the same game. It's very rarely quiet when these sides meet, and it's an incident involving Rangers' Derek Cornelius.
Don't over it, bounces up in place. Challenge.
Tackle looks good.
That's good, yeah, continue.
Oh, on the net,
Check
on the
that
net, go
tackle,
yellow,
please.
yellow.
13.
Yellow card given on field.
Okay,
Yellow card.
please.
Yellow card,
Okay.
plays the ball, but it's a follow through. It's a follow through.
Let me
Yes,
just check,
man away.
please. Okay, come on.
Player still down.
That's why I've shown yellow. I'll speak to you, James.
Camera's better.
Get him
Can I
and
see
go
it
away.
at full speed, please, first of all?
Captain only!
Yellow
Move!
card.
Move!
Yellow card.
Listen,
Let me
listen.
see, please.
He wins the ball, but then
Okay,
falls through
slow
the
it down
studs
for him,
the
please.
next charge.
Required. Flares back up.
It plays back up.
Ultimately, that's not my problem, mate. It's a right
Slow it
challenge,
down,
okay?
slow it down. It's
Thank
low
you.
and it's onto the boot. Yeah, yeah,
100%
yeah.
yellow
Don't
card.
defend it,
Yeah.
mate.
It's
I'll
on the ball
explain it to
first
you,
and
yes.
then... Okay.
Nick, you confirm number?
And
Nick.
did you get the on-field comms?
Nick, check complete. 13 reckless.
Willie, we should now be well versed on serious foul play and what we're looking for. Why is yellow the right call? Is it the right call? Is there a case for red?
When the Rangers player enters into the challenge, there could be a case for the way he enters into the challenge for serious foul play. But then how he arrives at the challenge is definitely more reckless, because the contact is in the side of the boot, it's low, and that's what the VAR team and the on-field officials as well take into account here. The fact the contact's in the side of the boot makes this reckless for us. So I don't doubt, that there's a discussion here about, is it a lunge, is he off the ground? Initially is, but when he arrives into the tackle, this definitely constitutes more of a reckless challenge for us. You know, sometimes in refereeing we talk about a high-end yellow card. This would be regarded as a high-end yellow card, but without doubt we're very content that this is yellow.
Is that the guidance that you work towards? Because this notion that you're not endangering the safety in the boot, but maybe 2 inches higher you are endangering, is that kind of where you draw the line?
Yeah, because we need criteria, you know. If the contact here is higher up in the ankle perhaps, then we have a different scenario. Then the on-field officials and the VAR team need to consider, does this endanger the safety of an opponent? In our opinion, this is more reckless than endangering, so this should be a yellow card rather than a red card, mostly because of the point of contact.
OK, we've had a fair few discussions about handball in the Scottish Football VAR review. Let's take a look at Anthony Ralston. A penalty awarded, but maybe some interesting questions about the punishment as well.
APP.
Check where
Let me
it
check,
hits.
please. Yep. I need a better angle, please.
Penalty.
Penalty kick given.
Oh, hang on, what for?
Penalty kick given on field. Handball. I
For
think
the-
by Ralston.
Handball penalty. Move away.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Checking
go.
on-field decision, a
Come on.
penalty.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Got you in one as well.
Listen, he actually,
Hang on.
listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying to the bar. He behaves like a goalkeeper and he makes a diving save. It's a shot. Go away. I'm going to yellow card you. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. He dives like a goalkeeper. It's a shot on goal. So the impact is to stop a shot on goal with his arm. For me, it's a penalty. VAR will check. Okay.
Okay. Okay, and describe what you're saying for me, please. Here, shot towards
So-
goal.
VAR will check.
Slow it down frame by frame.
out of our
Stop
hands
at point of
now.
contact,
Yep.
please. He
So this
dives
is
like
point
a
of contact.
goalkeeper, and for me, the ball hits below the t-shirt line on
Yep,
the elbow.
correct.
James.
Angle as well.
Callum,
Confirming on-field decision, a penalty. Just checking APP, Nick.
as
Nothing
described.
there, nothing there.
It's a
Yep, good.
penalty, no
Okay,
cards.
yep, good.
Because that's the laws of
Good.
the game. It's the laws of the game. If you don't understand
Okay,
that, that's
good.
not my problem.
And
it's yours.
nothing else, yep.
Yep.
Check complete,
Mind
Nick.
what-
That might sum it all up, Willie. The Celtic players don't think it's a penalty at all. The Rangers players think it's a red card. So where are we in all of that?
The referee firstly does well. He gives himself a bit of thinking time, then awards a penalty kick. He runs it through, and he describes that the Celtic defenders' actions here are like the actions of a goalkeeper. We don't think this is a natural way an outfield player would normally stop a shot, and it hits a punishable part of the arm. We don't think this is a deliberate handball. We think it's a punishable handball, and therefore the referee is correct to award a penalty kick here. There is some criteria considerations because people have talked about the players already in a yellow card. Should it be a second yellow card? And the considerations here are that is this denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity? This is not an obvious goal-scoring opportunity for us. Absolutely not. It doesn't meet the criteria for that.
What is the criteria? Because I think some people would look at that and feel that that ball may be going in that bottom corner. Is it this potential block from Liam Scales? Is it
There's
Kasper
also
Schmeichel's
there's
position?
also the defender here. You're exactly right. Liam Scales is behind here, and also the goalkeeper has a chance to save. When we talk about denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, the key word is obvious. This is no obvious for us here, because if you're talking about denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity here, you know, you're potentially, if you were saying it was a deliberate handball, for example, you'd potentially be saying in this scenario it's a direct red card. So going back to the criteria again we use, a couple of years ago, it was in law that any shot at goal that was blocked by a hand and an arm should result in a yellow card. That was changed, that directive changed. We moved away from that completely. That was about 2 years ago. Now the criteria is it an obvious goal-scoring opportunity? No. We would say it's a promising attack. And to yellow card a promising attack, it must be a deliberate handball. But we don't see this as a deliberate handball, we see it as a punishable handball. Where we'd be starting to talk about a yellow card here for us, Gordon, would be if Anthony Ralston dives like this, like a goalkeeper with his arms out to the side of that and blocks it. That changes the whole narrative. Here we would not expect a yellow card to be given.
I do like to test you, but generally that's quite consistent with what we've seen this season, isn't it? I think even the day before, Nicky Cadden of Hibs had a handball. Livy got a penalty, there was no booking. There's been a few. That's quite consistent
Absolutely.
with the punishment.
And the reason we've been consistent is because we moved away from that criteria, which was too harsh, that every shot at goal, even if your arm blocked it, 20 yards out from goal, it had to be a yellow card. So we've changed that, and here we are very content this is not a yellow card.
OK, we're almost done with the League Cup semi-finals. It was a dramatic weekend. What about this one? It's always interesting when the referee goes to the monitor but sticks with his initial decision. This was the game between St Mirren and Motherwell.
Tackle's good.
APP. Potential offside.
Keep going, that's not a foul there.
Potential foul.
On-field decision is goal.
Okay.
Checking on-field decision of goal.
No foul there, mate.
Right, on you go.
On the defender. I'd be again just asking offside when he challenges.
Yeah, I think
the
that's
big left
tight.
back.
Okay.
That's
That's
what
challenge.
I think.
Draw lines here.
Yeah. Don, I'm going to need to check an offside.
Okay. So
Come in.
Okay.
checkpoint 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I'll be on
two's perfect, thank
And
you.
I'll be out here. Do you want lines?
Yeah, I think I just need
Can
one
you
line on
visually
this
looks-
defender.
looks on, just line it up with another camera.
On this number
Check
7.
angles. What do
So
you think,
shoulder
Don?
number 7.
Just on
Yeah,
his
I think
left
that's
shoulder.
seven, yeah.
Yeah, on you go. Okay, right.
Right.
Tackle seven.
Yeah, clear,
Seven
clear,
maybe not
onside, cleared.
No, I said I gave the goal.
And then
On
here,
field. And the VAR's not confirmed there.
Yeah, I've got you there. There's
I'll
7
tell you,
minutes.
I'll tell you.
it's whether we think that's a foul, Gav.
Okay, I can go back to it now.
Challenges the Motherwell guy though. He challenges the left back there. So if he's offside position and he challenges him,
He doesn't
then I
really
think
do
that's
much.
the offside. That's
I
when you
don't
check.
as well.
So he doesn't touch the ball, I know.
Right, run it through, clearing that.
The impact of the contact though is.
Good 7 up for you, Don.
The what, sorry?
So the impact of the contact. So he's not challenging for the ball. The impact of he puts.
Ross,
the
can you
defender
come and
off,
grab this board,
which
please?
then makes him not win the ball.
Yeah,
So there's no challenge there by number 8 for me,
yeah,
which makes the defender miss the ball, which then puts it to the goal scorer.
yeah.
Not yet, not yet.
I mean, there's no, I don't think that's a foul.
Just wait. Not yet.
Okay.
Keep me updated,
Although he
Gavin,
does
please.
look at him. We've cleared the offside, we're just checking a potential foul now, Don. We'll
Okay,
get him a
okay.
look at it.
Just, oh, it's good.
For me, I don't
Aye,
think
aye,
there's any
say-
attempt to
aye,
play
aye,
the ball. He knows the defender's coming
Yeah.
in, and he's impacted him
Okay.
enough to
Yeah.
justify.
Yeah,
a
and he
no-goal
looks
review.
at the defender.
Yeah.
Don, it's Greg. I'm going to recommend an
Right.
on-field review for a potential foul in APP.
Okay,
Showing from the high behind as well.
okay, so I see the attacker coming in. Show me that angle's nice and slow, so he's looking at the defender.
Yeah.
I just see 2 players challenging.
Defender's clearly got his eye on the ball. It's
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
your
but
call,
just
mate.
Normal
Show
contact. Nobody plays
Show the
ball there,
18 again.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yep, just show me
Showing
one
you
more
this
time,
one
just show it
again.
nice and slow. So just normal. For me, that's an absolutely normal footballing challenge here. The number 9's not offside.
No, he's not. No, we've cleared that.
Okay, that's fine. Oh,
Willie, I think there's a general complaint or acknowledgement worldwide that when a referee goes to the monitor, you know what's going to happen, he's going to change his decision. Is that a good thing then? Is that a sign of strong refereeing if he goes and decides to stick with his original call?
Absolutely, we're really pleased here that the referee goes to the monitor and sticks with the original decision. We agree that this is a normal footballing contact. We don't want the referee brought to the monitor for this incident at all. What happens here is that they have a very thorough check. It's a good check because there's a potential offside to begin with, and then they check this incident. The VAR's quite clear. The VAR's about to clear it. The AVAR offers an opinion, which we want them to do. But when the VAR is so clear and the AVAR offers an alternative opinion, we feel that says, well, it's subjective at best. You know, so we would prefer then check complete here. We only want referees brought to the monitor in situations like this when everybody watching that incident back will say, how was it possible the referee missed that foul?
Clear and obvious,
Yeah,
as we always
absolutely. It needs to be clear to disallow a goal. And for us here, this is not clear. We are very happy the referee sticks with the on-field decision.
Now, let's take a look at the most recent set of Premiership fixtures. It's a disallowed goal for St Mirren early on in the visit of Hibs.
now short. Yep, as we discussed.
Okay.
It's good.
Same positions.
Okay, mate.
Fine.
Go. Decision. Go.
Right, what's the reaction on field?
Watch the guy with the ball as well.
No reaction.
Okay, checking on field decision of goal. Right, I need to see that.
Yep.
Whoa. Right, here he's playing him onside, Alan, do you agree? Clearly onside. This playing
Yes. The
Yep,
black leg.
play it
The
on.
leg there.
Yep.
Okay. The leg there.
here. Okay, I'm going to need lines.
So 1, 2, 3. Happy with 2?
Just having to draw lines, Digger. Just delayed it out. Yep, happy with 2.
Okay, mate. Thank you. Drawing lines, okay?
Okay,
Just running through it, Jack. So just drawing lines at the moment. Okay. Thanks.
So defender, this number 4.
Yeah, they will. They will.
His shoulder.
It's either going to be him or it's going to be number 12 in front. I don't know. Potential number. See this guy here. Potentially him.
Potentially him.
Potentially him. Can we? Let's go to number. Let's go to this guy first. On his shoulder. Yep, on his shoulder.
I think, is that his foot there in yellow?
Right, you'll need to go. Give me an angle to see. Digger, this is going to take a bit of time. You'll need to tell me whose boot that is.
Okay, mate.
I don't have any other angle to show.
Right, so you need to rewind it or something like that to see the boot.
This is the main.
Right, that's his boot.
That's
Go on,
it.
mate.
The
Go
yellow
on.
boot. Yep, the yellow
Yeah.
boot.
It'll take some time, so just
Yep.
draw some lines. It must be tight. Okay.
So happy there.
Yep. Okay,
John,
and
draw
then
lines for
the
moment.
St Mirren player. Or is it going to be the ball? Left.
So
Left. Shoulder. Yep, there. Yep, lock that in.
Yep, I'm going to draw there. Happy.
Lock it in. Right, but what I think I need to draw a cut of lines. Is it offside?
So
It
that's
is.
offside.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what
Right,
we want.
do it on the ball as well.
They'll be
Okay.
looking.
So
So it's offside. Is the ball further forward? Is he behind the ball?
defensive.
No.
The foot's further forward, yeah.
Confirming. Digger. Digger. Offside. Digger. Offside. Confirming factual overturn. Offside. Disallow the goal. And you restart with an indirect free kick just outside the 6-yard box.
Okay, Willie, generally ask you if you think it's the right decision, the wrong decision, but there's been a lot said about this. I wonder if you could run us through what's happened there, what's gone on. There's a lot of talk about images and frames and lots of different things. What's happened there?
So firstly, we need to say we're very disappointed with the process used. The check starts well, finding the second last defender's foot and making sure everything's identified. And then right towards the end of the check, the VAR correctly instigates that they have to check the position of the ball in relation to the attacker as well. That's really, really clear here. And it's a courtesy glancing check. Now we'll come back to it because fortunately they come to the right conclusion of offside, but the lines they use to make that judgment are not accurate because the line should have been drawn on the ball.
Was this rushed? Because it seemed like the process was thorough up to a point and then it tails off very quickly.
Absolutely, Gordon. Take into account the game's been stopped for 2.5 minutes here. The VAR is trying to find the correct kick point, making sure, in their opinion, they're drawing the lines correctly, albeit that they rush over the ball, they have gone to the ball. So they're trying to get the game moving and get an outcome. For us, though, 10 seconds more solves this problem because what they can do then is actually draw the line on the ball. But I want to be really transparent here. This is an error. We're not shying away from that error. But the right thing to do was, once we'd identified the error, was to draw the correct lines. So a defensive line on the ball and not on the second last defender. Why, people will say? Because if we leave it with the top image, we'll never know. And then people will say, was it onside, was it offside because you used an incorrect defensive line? Whereas if you draw it correctly, you get the outcome. And at the point when we then draw that correctly, we don't know. There's a chance it can prove the decision is actually onside. So that's transparency. We wanted to be very clear to that. And we also sent that second image to broadcast, which was important to show here are the correct lines and it still proves the decision is offside. In my opinion, Gordon, for me as a head of refereeing, it was more important to do that in the confines of the match, in the confines of that broadcast, rather than wait until the Sunday or the Monday.
It sounds like what you're saying is, luckily it's the right decision, but you didn't arrive at it in the right way. So for the avoidance of doubt, for the time frame of it all, this is the incorrect image. That is sent to the broadcaster. Yep. That's shown. That causes some debate. This one is then sent. So you're satisfied, and you can see it. The lines here are a good bit further apart than they are here. So it becomes tighter when you use the correct lines, but you're still satisfied this is offside. You're still satisfied that line is in the right place.
Of course. And when you look here, everybody's talking about the blue line that goes across the pitch. But very, very closely, you can see in the outer part of the ball is the vertical line,
yeah,
the blue line that
and
comes down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the line that's put in, that judges the furthest part of the ball, and then it creates this image. Everything's calibrated here. It's calibrated with several cameras. The system operates this. It's not possible to put that line in there and that we have to make a decision on it. The system itself is calibrated, so it defines what the outcome is. And here, Both images, the first one, of course, the line's incorrect. The second one correct. Both are offside, so it's still offside. You use the word lucky. It's okay to use that. I say this is a very near miss for us and a big lesson, and we'll learn from this going forward.
And this is the same frame. Again, avoidance of doubt. You can see here, it's the same frame, it's just that the lines are different.
This
You've
is
not
the
used a different frame.
exact same frame and exact same kick point highlighted here.
What about, talk to me about tolerance levels, because we always hear this complaint that he's offside by a toenail or whatever it may be. Is that actually possible? And I wonder a bit more about that calibration. What does that process look like? Because although this is described as tight, and it probably still is, there is still daylight between those lines. There's certainly daylight between those lines, although we've disregarded them as being incorrect. What does the process all look like?
There is tolerance level, because the tolerance level is if the lines are touching, you know, then it's onside. But that's another discussion for another day in terms of the laws of the game. What I'm saying here categorically is that 2, 3, 4 hours before the match, these lines are all calibrated with cameras. You know, everything's sorted well before the match. So when we then input the lines, the system then initiates whether that decision is onside or offside. With these 2 sets of lines, I repeat again, the top one being inaccurate, the bottom one being absolutely accurate, the correct decision is reached, but the process is not good enough.
Because where I would agree, I feel like there might be a misconception that this image comes up and then you're asked to use the naked eye to judge whether that's offside or not. Now, clearly the camera's not directly in line. Is that the bit you pay for? Is that the technology? Are Hawkeye satisfied that that's offside?
Absolutely 100%. They're satisfied that both these clips are the exact same frame, exact same kick point, and that the same decision is reached in both, albeit in the first lines used, it was inaccurate to use these lines.
OK, let's stick with offside then. This is an incident from Dundee against Rangers. There's quite a lot going on here, so it's a disallowed goal in the end, and then we'll find out what Willie thinks.
Shot.
Yeah, it's gone short, so play. Okay, let's tune in.
Now,
Careful for
foot,
hands.
foot, attack, touch.
I just...
Stomach.
Possible handball there.
Okay, there's a lot to look at there.
On-field decision,
Right.
goal.
So on-field decision is goal. Okay, so the cross comes
Right.
in.
There's a lot
He
to check,
shoots.
there's a lot to check.
So just go back to the kick point, sorry. Kick point from... So, that's fine, go. And then high behind.
High behind, yep. Good high behind from there.
Okay. So it might hit his hand, but then that has to... Right, so I need the kick point.
It's from the shot from Danilo here.
Yeah.
We'll check it.
Right, Matthew, continue to delay. We're just checking the on-field decision.
Okay.
So,
Okay, thank you.
high behind.
The
Position, that's
the first one.
So,
We're
for
checking
me,
that, aye.
what you have is he's jumping
check.
over the ball
Yeah,
in front of the goalkeeper. I'm going to have to invite, I think, an on-field review
I
for
agree,
subjective.
yeah,
So give me the left
Give me
camera.
that, and then
I don't
Yeah.
know either way.
So that would have gone there. So now back to the possible hand.
this one, possible hand.
I need to see where it hits.
Think of potential factual for the goal scorer as well from the shot.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
No, so for
Point of
me,
contact here.
I don't hear
Continue
the
to delay,
sir.
Matthew. We're just checking a possible offside.
Okay, we're checking offside.
I don't see anything there that looks to me like chest or arms into the
Yeah.
body. So this is not a punishable handball offence.
Agreed.
So give me left because there's a possible 2 individuals.
So 47 is a goal scorer, so we
Yeah,
need to take it back
I
to the
think
shot to see
so.
if
I
it's
might
factual.
actually be able to.
Offside is what we're checking.
Right, Matthew, just continue to delay. There's 2 possibilities. There's a possible offside for interference, but the goal scorer himself might be offside. I just want to draw lines.
Okay, so lines from here.
Yep.
Okay, and the other one you're checking is
Yeah,
also
got to
offside?
bring in the goal line
Can you
camera.
say 2?
There's 2 possible offside players.
Okay, so the
Okay, so
defender
that's
is
the defender.
this defender here.
So the goal scorer is going to be onside, I think.
Let's get a line down anyway.
Yeah. So let's see the goal scorer.
The goal scorer.
So the goal scorer
I'm
is
still waiting.
the goal scorer's onside. So this is an on-field
Agreed.
review for subjective.
On-field review. Fully agreed.
Still
Yeah.
waiting. There's
Yeah.
2 potential
Okay,
offside
Matthew,
that's
I'm going to
hold
recommend.
on, talk to me.
Matthew, I'm going to recommend an on-field review for a possible offside. It's a subjective decision. Make the signal and come across the TV screen, and I'll show you the point of contact and the player who's in front of the goalkeeper jumping over the ball. Matthews, you come across. I've already cleared the goal scorer as being... The goal scorer, 47, is cleared as being onside. The question you need to look at is the Rangers player on the 6-yard box in front of the goalkeeper. I'll give you the left camera angle first of all.
He's clearly offside. It's a subjective. So the
There's the left.
And then show me behind, please, mate. Subjectively offside. So the goal scorer's onside. There's somebody line of vision. So the goal scorer is onside. Point of contact him. But there's a player.
Pause at point of contact.
Potentially not interfering. So that's why it's subjective. Okay, so what we've got there then, point of contact then, is the goalie then has to move right, play it through frame by frame for me, please. I just want to see the movement.
Frame by frame.
Goalie then can't see it as it goes through him. Well, he'll look at it, which then blocks his line of vision for me. Okay,
he jumps over the ball in line of vision.
He jumps over the ball, line of vision, the goalie has to move towards his line of vision and wait till he reacts to do it. So on-field decision is offside for line of vision.
Correct.
That is opinion. Diamondi's clearly in line of vision. Diamondi, it's not the goal scorer.
There's a lot going on there, Willie, but it seems like a really good reminder of how it can take a while. It's so frustrating as a fan when you're sitting waiting. But there's a check, is Mikey Moore offside? He scores the goal. Is there a handball by the Dundee defender? And then ultimately, and subjectively, is Mohamed Diomande offside? That's why the goal doesn't stand, so take it away.
There's lots happening, you're absolutely right. Let's just for a second compare it to the previous clip. This is a very long clip as well, but they go to the nth degree to make sure that they get an accurate decision. That's why sometimes we shouldn't worry about how long something takes. The important thing is accuracy. So they check 3 things here. They check a potential handball thoroughly, come to the correct conclusion that it's not. They then check, is the Rangers goal scorer offside, because that would clear everything up entirely. You wouldn't even need to talk about the Rangers player potentially being line of vision or impact. But when it's proved he's onside, they then need to look. This is a subjective decision. So in our opinion, this is the correct decision because the Rangers player blocks the viewing angle of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper has to move to his left to try and get a view. Yep, he has to move a step. Then the ball comes right through the Rangers player's legs. And at that point, you could also argue impact, because the goalkeeper at that stage is thinking, do I need to readjust again? Is he going to touch a ball? Is he not going to touch it? The goalkeeper doesn't know if that player's offside or not, so he's got to adjust his position accordingly. So for us, this is more line of vision because he has to move to get a view of the ball, and also there is an element of impact here, which is important. So for us, correct decision. Remember, it's important the referee goes to the monitor because it's up to him to make this decision because it's subjective, not factual.
Because I know you're big on the line of vision, but I wonder more about impact as well, because ultimately the Rangers player lets it go through his legs. I remember we spoke last season about one at Tynecastle. It was a goal for Motherwell ruled out, and you explained that basically if the ball's going to go right through a player's legs, that is a good case to say that there's been an impact. Is that fair?
Especially when it's so close to goal. If this same action is made perhaps in the 18-yard line, it's a different scenario because the goalkeeper has time to react. But we spoke to the goalkeepers pre-season, all the Premiership goalkeepers, and their opinion was incidents like this should be punished with offside.
But he does save it. So what about impact?
Yeah,
he manages the line of vision, he saves it.
It's a good question because I expect people to ask that. But the goalkeepers, pre-season, when we showed them these type of clips, they actually told us that it impacts in the manner and the way in which they save the ball. You know, could they have potentially caught it? Could they have got more force to get it further away without it breaking out to the Rangers player who scores a goal?
OK, on the subject of the impact of offsides, this is a really interesting one between St Mirren and Hearts and Paisley.
APP. Possible offside. Okay, back to kick point. Checking on field decision of goal. Okay, Daniel, have a look. Give me this full screen, please. In fact, can we go back? Kick point's not correct.
Sorry, that one.
That one there. Nope.
That one there?
Yeah, that's point of contact. Take me to 18.
Sure.
Yes, please. So we've got a possible impact. He's definitely offside. Let's see who it goes to, please. Play through slowly.
Someone else.
Okay. Yep, so run it so I can see where he starts. Stop on kick point. So he's right, run it through. He's clearly onside position, agree?
Yes.
And then he plays it again. Just come back and show me this from high behind. I want to check him and him for any possible impact, okay? So we're checking, does Mark O'Hara or 88 impact on these defenders' ability to play the ball there?
For me, there's nothing obvious.
On Shankland. Matthew, what was your on-field decision around possible impact by Mark O'Hara?
I don't have a decision on it, mate.
Okay, continue to delay. I just want to check he's definitely offside, so it's subjective, so we might need to send him and he can make a final call if he doesn't know, okay? I agree with you, okay, but I think we need to send him if it's subjective. Noted, continue to delay. I need an offside camera to check if he's definitely offside, please. I'm going to recommend an on-field review, just due to the fact that it's subjective, okay? Can you make your way to the screen just to make a final decision on possible impact by Mark O'Hara? So it's a subjective decision, and that's why I'm recommending it, okay?
Yes, I'm looking at Mark O'Hara.
So Mark O'Hara offside position. I'm now going to change to high behind. Okay, run it through at 50.
Okay, so it's tackling Shankland. And what does he do?
So just zoom in on Mark O'Hara and Shankland.
Sure.
Yeah. So the question here is, does it clearly impact on Shankland's ability to play the ball?
So for me, Nick, his run goes from back post to front post to do one thing, and that's to get in the way of Lon Shankland. Lon Shankland has to take a step round him, and it impacts upon his movement at that point in time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart with an indirect free kick to Hearts Millonian offside. Okay?
So it's a subjective call, mate, so it's for you to decide if he's impacted or not.
So, when the ball comes in, you're in an offside position. They've shown it. They've drawn the lines. You're in an offside position. You then move in front of him. He then has to step around you. So you've impacted the opponent's ability to play the ball. Final decision is offside.
It's actually a very clear explanation by the referee. His justification is very clear. I don't know if that means you agree with it or not, though. What do you think?
It's just not enough for us. You know, I understand why the VAR go into a check. I'm pleased the VAR check it, because it would be easy to just dismiss Mark O'Hara here and Lon Shankland and forget about them and focus, was a goal scorer onside. They're right to look at it because we know that blocking can be punished, especially if there's an impact. Some people might look at that clip and think there is some kind of impact. We just don't think it's enough.
Does he not have to step round them though? Because that's what the referee says, and there's maybe a tactical debate here that's above our heads, but if players are trying to block from an offside position, should that not be punished?
Your question's good, Gordon, for us, because it should highlight to people that, you know, you say has to get around them. You don't need to make contact with somebody to give an impact. You know, I could be from our distance right now and have to get around you, and that can still be impact if it prevents me getting to the ball. What we need to be careful about here is disallowing goals for something so minor. In our opinion, and probably I use this word at times and I'll probably use it later in some clips, we've been too forensic here, over-analysing something. And also the VAR and the AVAR both are in agreement that they don't think this is enough for impact. Therefore, we don't want them to bring the referee to the monitor. The referee should only be brought to the monitor if the VAR and the AVAR in that position think there's something here in their opinion that is punishable. That's when we want the referee brought to the monitor. I've got sympathy for the referee. When you come, I know we showed a clip earlier, St Mirren Motherwell, but when you come to the monitor here and you see that action, it's very difficult not to give an indirect free kick for offside. But ultimately, we don't expect this to be punished going forward. But what we are pleased about, and it's important to highlight, we want our VAR teams to be absolutely vigilant about blocking and the impact on defenders and attackers.
Let's take a look at an incident in Falkirk. Dundee are the visitors. A defensive free kick is given, but the attacking team felt like they should have had a penalty.
Now.
Get live. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Good cloud reset.
Potential foul. Defensive foul. Given.
Okay.
What's your cave?
Yellow card number 3.
Robertson 3. You. It's the white player that goes in with his studs shown and catches. Tell him all to go away. Look at the yellow card. It's the white player that tackles.
Any other angle.
You stand up. It's a reckless tackle by you. Stand up. Okay. See if he wants treatment.
Right.
Go away. 48 white.
I need to see if the white player.
Do you want treatment?
Checking on-field decision of simulation. Right, let me see.
No, it's a mutation. It's a defensive foul.
Right, what we gave Ross?
Foul I've given Andy.
Defensive foul.
A defensive foul.
For
Okay.
a reckless tackle.
Okay.
Yes. Blood.
Play through
Blood on the Falkirk tackle. Blood on the Falkirk. Thursday.
Right, it's there. It's there.
48
I'm
for
leaving
reckless.
it. Player goes in with the studs up, catches the Falkirk player falls, so I'm leaving it. Right, okay.
So the shin pad of the Falkirk player is in half.
Bring it back frame by frame. Frame by frame. Play it. Play it. No, frame by frame. There. Yeah, okay. Confirming on-field decision of defensive free kick.
This is an interesting one, Willie, because you even hear the on-field referee talking about he can see a broken shin pad and he can see blood on the leg, so he thinks it's a defensive free kick. Is that right? Do you think it should have been a penalty to the attacking team?
Yeah, for us this is a penalty kick, no question for us, and should have resulted in an on-field review after the decision given on-field. The referee's good at communicating, you know, that we need to get the full picture. He talks about the shin guard, he talks about blood, but what ultimately happens here is, I've talked about being too forensic in some situations. They're too forensic to justify why the on-field decision is a direct free kick, a defensive free kick, and not a penalty. Yep, there maybe is some contact, you know, by the Dundee player's studs on the Falkirk player, very, very slight, his back studs. But the reality is that's caused because of the defender kicking into the attacker here. The attacker leads and wins the ball using his studs, but nobody's in front of him at that point. The Falkirk player's to the side, so the Dundee player, in our opinion, commits no offence. This is not a reckless tackle for us. He wins the ball, he's then kicked. This should have resulted in a penalty kick and an on-field review because the decision on-field was incorrect.
Where's the line between being too forensic and not, though? Because I've actually got a bit of sympathy. I'll go the other side of the argument for the referee. If he sees a broken shin pad and he sees blood on the leg, now I know you can't be too focused on the outcome in certain instances, but would that not back up your feeling that if a player has led with the studs, you said the attacker led with the studs, you then see a broken shin pad and blood, would that not back up your thoughts?
But even when you dissect the clip, when the VAR are dissecting the clip, we're talking here about potentially that's caused by a brush of the studs at some point. This is clear that if you look at this, I would imagine almost all football people would look at this incident and would expect that a penalty kick is awarded. We also are asking the VARs, when they're analysing images and looking at what's the expected decision here, and the expected decision for us without question is a penalty kick.
OK, let's head to Tannadice then. Dundee United entertaining St Mirren, and a straight red card eventually shown to Alex Gogic.
APP.
Big decision. I've got a good view. Good save. Continue.
Take live.
Looks okay
Right,
to
I've
me.
got live.
Don't see any infringement in there.
Yeah. John, just delay while we check potential penalty kick, okay?
Okay, yeah, we're just checking.
Yeah.
Keanu.
So
Why? When did you become
what I
a
see
captain?
here is Gogic sliding in, makes contact on the leg with the knee. And for me, I'm going to recommend an on-field review.
They've checked.
John, I'm just going to check APP, but I'm going to get you over, okay? What I'm going to show you is the high behind camera. Gogic comes in to make the foul, to make the challenge. He doesn't make contact with the ball, and he makes contact with the leg of the Dundee United player.
So it's a clear penalty.
Yep.
Gavin, what I'm seeing there, I'm seeing a red card there.
Yep, I wouldn't disagree with that, John.
The force is very high on the shin.
Do you want me to play it in full speed? Or?
Yeah, we can play it full speed.
I'm going to give a penalty kick.
Do you want
Play
it?
full speed and let me see that.
Yep.
If a bend in the leg, there's a bend in the leg, it's a red card and it's a penalty kick.
Agree.
Okay.
You satisfied with that, Willie? It felt certainly like a clear and thorough VAR check, and everybody knows what they're looking for and what they think they see in the end. Does it match your assessment?
Yeah, for us this is a serious foul play challenge. It's a good check with the VAR team for a penalty kick. We also coached the VAR team here though to analyse the tackle more, because they don't mention serious foul play. But when the referee comes to the monitor, he does very well to identify that. Again, I want to emphasise, nobody's saying here that Alex Gogic means to challenge like this, but the challenge clearly for us here is far too high. It's with the studs, it's in the shin, and it endangers the safety of an opponent. So for us, correct decision for a penalty kick, and also clearly correct for serious foul play.
Just that reminder that intent doesn't come into it when we talk about what we're looking for, what criteria. It's not about what he's trying to do, it's about what he ends up doing. Is that fair?
It's not up to us as referees to put ourselves in his head there and say, you know, does he mean it, does he not mean it? The reality is the actions of the player has resulted in endangering the safety of an opponent, and that needs to be a red card there.
OK, back to handball. Let's take a look at this one between Dundee and Celtic, where a penalty is given on field, but a VAR check means the penalty doesn't stand in the end.
Come on!
Now, any action around the keeper.
Defensive head.
Think line of vision. Check where that hit.
Okay.
They'll check it, they'll check it. Okay, Clark, they'll check it, buddy. They'll check it, go me.
Checking on-field decision of penalty kick.
Thank you. Clark.
So,
okay, if I'm wrong, I'll go.
I need to see point of contact. Yep.
Clark, let them check their check.
I need pause, can you pause it?
Yep.
Right, can we get the reverse angle that?
Got this angle.
Again, it doesn't tell me if it comes off arms.
Low behind, yep.
Let's go through the angles.
Angle, down here. That one, that's your angle.
Yep. Super slow-mo.
Okay.
Yep, for me, confirming on field.
Are you certain that hits the hand instead of the face?
Oh, no, good spot.
Yep.
Right, okay. Right, so off the face. Now, can we check all the other camera angles?
Yep.
I just want to categorically confirm that it hasn't hit the arm.
Yep. So I'll put it in a loop here.
No, okay.
Go through my angles.
No, right, next camera angle.
Callum, get him away.
Right, let me see this one again, slow-mo.
Yep.
What do you think, Duncan?
Okay. So I'm seeing the ball strike the face.
Has we get anything for me at this point?
I have this angle too.
Don't think we've got anything. Just checking it, Matthew. Continue to delay.
One more. Like this one. Okay.
May your hands on natural.
So
Face.
for me, that's face. And I say no.
Okay, so I want to show him that one, and I want to show him the first one that we had, the first camera angle.
Yep.
Right. Matthew, it's Gavin. I'm going to recommend an on-field review for a review of the award of the penalty kick. Make the TV signal come to the screen.
So you want to show this one first?
Yep.
Let's start with the other one.
Start with the other one, sorry. Matthew, what I'm going to show you is the camera angles where the ball strikes the player's face, not the arm, okay?
And you does the ball strike his arm after it?
Not for us, no. Okay, so you've got slow motion. So for us, the ball comes off the face. And I've got a second camera angle I can show you if you need it.
Show it.
Yeah, show me the second one, just show me so I can see it,
second camera angle now. Off the face.
Yeah, clear off face. Thank you. No penalty.
Okay, confirmed. Good spot. Well done. Thank you.
Okay.
Clearly off face.
Does this maybe highlight a good use of VAR, really, the importance of it? Because a bit of sympathy with the referee. That ball is blasted from a yard at high speed, and two hands are right up in the air, the type of position that would put you on high alert. Is that why it's important to go through the sort of length of check that they did?
Yeah, you're right, Gordon. I was watching this game live in the VAR centre, and for me it looked a clear penalty to begin with. And then as they check more and more, a thorough check, they identify it's off the face. The reason the check takes so long is because they identify it hits the face, but if it hits the face and then onto one of the arms here, it's still a clear penalty.
Because of how high the arms are?
Yeah, just how high the arms up. So deflection here doesn't matter. So this is really, really good. They go into a thorough check. Again, they utilise a variety of camera angles and they come to the right conclusion here. So this is a correct decision, on-field review, to overturn the penalty kick awarded. Again though, sympathy for the referee awarding it at full speed. Why does the referee go to the monitor? Because I heard lots of people after this saying, it clearly doesn't hit the hand, so can that be like a factual overturn? Is that's not the way it works, is it? Yeah, many people have contacted us as well because it's a quirk in the protocol. You know, the referee, if the referee awards a penalty and you're going to change it, they need to go to the monitor there. It's part of the protocol. I know it seems strange because there could be a blatant case. We had one at St Mirren Hibs last season where it clearly hit the face and the arms were out to the side or whatever. The other reason here, though, why I prefer the referee to go to the monitor in this situation is because the VAR check is so long and therefore people are saying what's going on, and I think it's better then in terms of the stadium understanding that the referee himself has gone to the monitor to look at this decision before overturning it.
OK, thank you very much to Willie, as always, for his input, his transparency, his explanations. That's all from us. We'll see you next time on the Scottish Football VAR Review.